The United States Constitution is one of the most important documents in American history. It laid the foundation for a new form of government that would guide the country through its early years. But getting to this point was not easy. In the summer of 1787, delegates from 12 states gathered in Philadelphia to draft a new constitution. The process was long and contentious, with debates over issues like representation and federal power. But eventually, a compromise was reached, and the Constitution was signed on September 17, 1787. The new government faced many challenges in its early years, including defining the role of the federal government and establishing diplomatic relations with other nations. George Washington, the first president, set many precedents that would shape the office for years to come. His leadership helped to solidify the young country's position on the world stage. John Adams, the second president, faced many challenges during his term, including tensions with France and the passage of controversial laws like the Alien and Sedition Acts. Despite these challenges, the government established by the Constitution proved to be resilient and enduring, laying the groundwork for America's growth and development in the centuries to come. The Constitution established a framework for a federal government with three branches: the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. The legislative branch, consisting of the Senate and the House of Representatives, would make the laws. The president, who was elected by the people, would head the executive branch, and the Supreme Court would lead the judicial branch. In the early years of the Republic, the country faced many challenges. The government had to establish itself and assert its authority both at home and abroad. The Washington administration faced crises like the Whiskey Rebellion, which tested the strength of the federal government's ability to enforce laws. But the new government also had opportunities to expand its territory and influence. In 1803, Thomas Jefferson purchased the Louisiana Territory from France, nearly doubling the size of the United States. The War of 1812 was another important event in the early years of the Republic. The conflict between the United States and Great Britain tested the country's military strength and ability to defend itself. As the country grew, it began to assert its influence beyond its borders. In 1823, President James Monroe declared the Monroe Doctrine, which stated that the United States would not tolerate European intervention in the affairs of nations in the Western Hemisphere. But even as the country expanded and grew, it was still grappling with issues like slavery, which threatened to tear it apart. The Missouri Compromise of 1820 attempted to balance the number of free and slave states in the country, but tensions continued to simmer. Despite the challenges and obstacles faced in its early years, the United States government established by the Constitution proved to be a resilient and enduring system of government. Its principles continue to guide the country today, more than 2 centuries later. Thank you for watching Part 4 of the American Odyssey, a historic series. Part 5 will be on screen soon. See you there.